What up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fine Monday evening? It's your boy Wally. Johnny's running a little behind. He had some stuff to do. He'll be joining us here after a bit. Welcome to another edition of Speedway Stories. Sorry about Friday night not being able to have a show and stuff because here in Ohio we had some gnarly wind come through. I was without power for a couple of days, so unfortunately I didn't get a chance to do my Wally's Motorsports World on Friday night. So, but we're here. Power's on. We're ready to rock and roll. We got a guest tonight. We got Mark. I'm gonna bring him up and get everything started. And when Johnny gets here, we'll have Johnny join us too. Let's everybody welcome Mark to the show. Evening, Mark. Thank you for joining us tonight, man. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. How are you?
A lot better now that I got power back after 2 days of not having it.
That wind up here has been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We lost power at work.
Yeah, there was quite a few people that are actually even still without it, from what I heard. So around here, so
it's nuts.
Oh yeah. Well, if you would do the honors of kind of giving everybody a little rundown about yourself and everything else, and then we'll get into some questions and we'll just have a good old time hanging out. And by the way, welcome back to the show. Technically, your first time was on my first Shop Talk deal. So
yeah,
but now
yeah.
Here you're we get you all just to ourselves instead of having to share you with everybody. So the floor is yours, man.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Well, I again appreciate you having me on the show tonight. Name's Mark digirolamo. Some of my buddies call me DiGiorno because no one can ever say my last name. So
yeah, I wasn't gonna butcher it. I was like, I'm just like Mark here, everybody.
It's been a lot of years dealing with it, so I'm used to it. I live here in Ohio. Been here since 2007. Yeah, something like that. Car guy through and through. In my own personal opinion, I've been around cars and pretty much anything with an engine since I was old enough to be able to, throw my hands on tools and just pretty much anything with an engine or any sort of motorsports. I'm all about it.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, you're like majority of us that are in the motorsports hobby. I mean, we've started somewhere, even if it was a weed eater, a lawnmower, or something.
Exactly.
But like most gearhead guys' famous lines, even though they're not 99 cents or they were 50 cents for people, the Hot Wheel cars and Matchbox cars, kind of got that passion started, and we just grew up into bigger toys and more expensive stuff. So
yeah, the hobby gets a lot more expensive when you get older.
Oh yeah. And yeah, the toys just get bigger, as they say.
Yeah, shoot, the old Matchbox cars and Hot Wheels that were probably 25 cents when we were kids, 50 cents, something like that, or God, they're $3-4 I think now, aren't they?
They're, depending on the stores, range from anywhere from like $1.50 to almost $3, depending on your store you go to. It's crazy You
That's
walk into
wild.
Walmart and it's like, oh, I want to get a new car and see what they got, the new additions, and you look at the price and it's like, ouch.
No, not happening.
$2 a car. Well, and then it's also like going into toy aisle. I mean, you got your old M2s and stuff now. Hell, they're at Walmart are like 10 or 12 bucks for the die-cast M2 replica cars now, and they used to be
Okay.
like $3 or $4 back in the day when Hot Wheels was still 50 cents to $1. So
Yeah.
it's
Well,
it's
heck,
it's insane.
even some of the models, like what was that, Revel, I think,
Yeah.
had Revel, and I forget the name of the other big one.
MGT or something like that. I think it was,
Yeah.
or MMT. Yeah, they were hell anymore. If you don't have a hobby shop around or something like that, it's hard to get them unless you order them offline now. They
Oh
don't
yeah.
hardly carry them in stores anymore.
Nobody does that kind of stuff anymore. It kind of stinks. I like seeing that stuff. That was probably one of the big things I did as a little kid, pretending I was building oh
Yep.
man, I'm building this race car. I'm building this. I'm doing whatever.
I still I still got 4 models that me and my kids haven't even started. I got them started on them, but we just with now they're older and stuff. They're high school sports, different activities for school, and it's like that stuff. They're still in the plastic wrap that we got. I've got a I've got a Nova Pro Street that hasn't been put together. I've got a Pro Street 66 fastback that I haven't done yet. A 93 Mustang GT Fox body that you can either be a street or make it a pro street car,
Okay.
and then I've got an F100 flip nose that is still unopened in the box that hasn't been put together yet. But I've got a I've got a tote upstairs in my son's closet that we have of some of the old models I had as a kid still, and ones that we've put together that are in those plastic totes. But yeah, we got some that we haven't even put together yet. So I know they're collecting dust right now.
And mine, I don't even know where half the ones I built as a kid are anymore. I know of one that I've never put together, a 66 GT3, 66 or 7 GT350 Shelby.
Is that
I
the
just
black and
never
gold one or the blue and white one?
blue, the white with the blue stripes.
The white and blue stripes. I have
Yeah.
the one I have put together is the black and gold one. I got
Okay.
that one was more common to find. I wanted the one like you had, the white with the blue, like it was meant to be. But yeah,
Yeah.
I ended up with the black and gold, and we put that together. So that's one of the ones I got together.
Heck yeah,
it's
man.
like yeah. But now they're old enough too, and then getting ready. The one oldest is driving, working on cars that way and stuff. So
Oh wow. 12
I
bucks. Shoo.
oh yeah, and the bad part is those style you're looking for. How on eBay and stuff like that, they're going for $30, $40, and it's even though it's this year's like new release or even previous years, people are insane with them, and it's
That's
open. It's not even a closed, sealed package of them. It's the bad part.
jeez.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yep. You're right, Dirty Curd, man. That is the truth, Zach.
38. Holy
That's what.
cow.
Yeah, that's what the models are now. So
That is insane.
there he is.
Make myself feel old thinking about that.
Oh yeah, what's up, Johnny? You're missing all. We're talking die-cast cars and models right at the moment.
Oh, it took me a little bit to get around.
You're good, Dan. We're talking about. You're young enough now. You get to see the price inflations compared to what most of us have.
Yeah.
We're talking about the different models that we've put together and the price of how much the price has changed on everything so far. We really haven't even got into the car talk side of it.
Oh, yeah.
So there's there in Mansfield, there's the hobby store. Me and my cousin went up there 2 weekends ago, and he was looking for some stuff for his RC car. Well, they got a model section. I'm sitting there looking through their model section. I found something I haven't seen since I was like 10 years old. They had an unopened two different ones of the modified pulling 4-wheel drive trucks up there, the old Chevy and the old Ford.
Oh, cool.
Flip the price around on them. $75 for one, $85
What?
for the other. 1990 was on the box, and these were unopened, brand new. Yeah, that's the prices they wanted for these two models. I was like, I love my models, and that's something I've always wanted, but I'm not spending that kind of money just for
No.
something like that.
Hell no.
Then they've got Formula car models that I haven't seen since I was a teenager. Some of the newer hauler trucks, big semis, those were cheaper. Those two Poland trucks were more expensive than the John Force Castrol 25th anniversary edition cars.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was just insane. The John Force Castrol car, I was looking at it, it was like 40. I'm like, that's not bad for that. So I figured because of it being John Force, it was going to be outrageous. And then I found those two, and I'm like, this is worth more money than the John Force car? What the hell's going on here?
That's insane.
Like, and then our Fox body, the 93 Cobra edition of the Fox, that was the red like Zach Hensel's car color. They wanted $20 for that one, and it was a 94 edition of it from Erdl. And it was still basically what it was, brand new when it first come out. The $20 they wanted for that. That's what they had it for, like $21.99 or some shit.
Nice.
Jeez.
Yeah, I wish we could just take those kind of models and clip our fingers and make them real. Then we can have them in our driveway.
I know.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
God, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah. So Mark, now that we kind of got into it that one Friday night, let's go a little more in depth. The picture that we used for your thumbnail, that is your Mustang, and let me see if I remember right. That is your father's daily cruiser. He was out at the track with you that day, wasn't it, in that picture?
Yeah. So it's actually a. I always love to tease people, but it's a Capri. So
Okay.
Mercury, 79. So that's mine, and then that's my dad's 69 Cutlass. In the background, we were at the drag strip. He trying to think, that engine's been in his car for like 2 years, but I mean, if he puts a couple hundred miles on it a year, it's up. If he puts a couple hundred.
It's my buddy Glick coming into the chat that we're on. He's in here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to see you, brother.
But that's why I was like, when you sent me that picture, I was like, there's the perfect thumbnail. You got a father-son sitting in the staging lanes. You know, this is what the show's about and everything else. That's what I like to share. Why I like having people up here to share their passion like that. So I mean, that was like the best picture out of all my guests I've had that actually had the father-son deal. I mean, yeah, and it was cool too when Jason was up here. He didn't. It would have been neat because he wanted to get all three of the cars, his wife's, his daughter's, and his Nova in it, but he couldn't find one, and they couldn't find one. I was like, dude, that'd have made a sick thumbnail for having the generational ordeal.
Oh yeah.
You made it cool. When you sent me that, I was like, yep, I don't need these other 5 that he sent me. I'm using this one for my thumbnail. I said, this is what it's all about right here.
Hell yeah.
So, is that the thing that got you in your love for the car hobby there, and just and friends and stuff like that? So,
pretty much. I honestly, I think when I was maybe 1 or 2, and my mom took me up to the. I don't know if you're familiar with Keystone Raceway over outside of Pittsburgh.
Yep. Been there one time in my life.
Okay. This is back when Gentili, Mike and Phyllis Gentili owned it. I don't know, honestly, I don't know if they're even still around.
I don't know either. But yeah, I remember hearing those names and stuff because they were
Same.
etched into one of the biggest. I know they said something on the ordeal on their Facebook page about the great track owners out there and stuff. And here since then, I was reading an article. Hell, they went through. I think they went through like 15 different owners since they had that.
It's
Wow.
been a lot. I think I want to say the last one I remember when I was still living over outside of Pittsburgh was Tedesco's. I think that was the last one I was aware of. I don't know what it is now.
Yeah, it's still the Keystone Raceway. It's just it's getting harder and that's one of the more known tracks too. I mean, it wasn't big like Maple Grove. It's not big like National Trails, Norwalk, but it was just that perfect, like here in Mount Vernon, how Pacemaker was for me. It was that your local track. Everybody could get together, go have fun, and hang out, race, and everything else. And unfortunately, we lost that here at Pacemakers because asshole owners and shit. So I mean, it is what it is. But
yeah, that's a shame. A lot of stuff like that happening with tracks closing up and getting
Oh yeah,
Especially
well, you've seen it, man. And just through the times, it don't matter how much support somebody puts into a track, puts money into a track, this and that. You got to support these smaller tracks because if you don't, this is what happens. I mean, I got a greedy owner, me and Corey, because it's right in our backyard. I mean, I'm 10 minutes right now away from where I live from Pacemakers, so.
Okay.
And it used to be if I couldn't afford to go to the races and stuff, we could go sit out on my front porch in the backyard and listen to racing Friday and Saturday nights and Sundays.
Right.
I mean, it was. But now it's got to the point. The last 2 years, there ain't been shit done. I mean, and it's a shame because I got to drive 40 minutes to the nearest track to an hour just to get to the nearest track now to go watch drag racing.
Yeah, that's a shame. And I mean, it's good though. I like that we still all have, the culture hasn't gone away from that. Even though there's a lot of tracks closing, I feel like the culture is still there, and I feel like there's still a lot of young guys that are still really, and girls that are still really into the hobby and stuff, and it's really good to see. Like even my nephew is really big into the car stuff. He's kind of more on the import side of things.
Hey, I'll take a car guy any day of the week. It don't matter if it's modern muscle, American muscle, imports. If they're willing to put something into the car hobby, please do.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it.
Absolutely. I'm no car connoisseur, but I also try not to be a car snob.
Right.
I'm not. Hey, if it's got, like I said, if it's got an engine, if it's, I don't care, everybody's got their flavor they like. So.
Oh yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm a diehard Ford guy, but I'm gonna be straight with you. Bang for my budget and stuff, man. I mean, if I was gonna build a muscle car, I'll go GM all day.
Oh yeah.
Because it's there. You know what I mean? That it's honestly a more budget friendly. Yes, it's still expensive, but it's more budget friendly to go that route than it is to do the Ford, do the Mercury, mad kudos to people that do Olds, Pontiac, and stuff like that, man, because holy shit. It's like, wow, and Mopar. I mean, you guys are.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I love you guys to death, man. Thanks for keeping that side of the big three alive, but holy cow, just for shit to stay in on that side of those, man, people, they'll price you out.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You get some rotted out thing and I want $7,000 for this car, and it's like, well, it's a basket case. What do you mean? But it's all because of that label, man.
Yep. But, yeah, there's actually that you brought that up. I've been I always get on. Marketplace is a bad place for me to get onto.
I
Sitting
feel
on a
it.
shitter.
There's a up in Norwalk. Guy's got a 70 Chevelle rolling chassis.
Ooh.
Needs restored. Needs driver's side floor pans. The guy was reading the description. He's like, I got everything to put it back together, other than the back half. And I'm like, what do you mean back? I was reading it. I'm like, back half. I'm like, shit, what's going on here? He shows the underneath. There is nothing left of the back half of this Chevelle.
Oh God.
What?
$10,000 this dude wanted for everything, and there's like nothing there. You literally no trunk in there. It's all you see all the rust holes through it. The driver's side floor,
Oh,
I could
God.
literally sit down on the ground through the floor pan. But he had a stack unopened boxes of the floor pans from the front to back from the trunk, new firewall, new fenders. The only thing he didn't have is to rebuild the back half of the car. I was like 10 grand for all this. I'm like, holy cow, man. That times definitely have changed. Because something
Yeah.
like that back when I was 16, 17 years old, that was a $5,000 car back then. And that was still a lot of money back then too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's like I've been watching a lot of the Fox body stuff, and the prices on them are going through the roof.
well, the thing with that is, Mark, everybody and their brothers got that platform now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the Fox, it is the best platform to build a race car out of. I mean, because the aftermarket's there.
Yep.
But it's gone up, and the sad part is, I'm sure you'll agree too. Since COVID, everything's like doubled what you used to be able to get, especially in the Fox body side of things.
Yeah.
That shit used to be half the price of what it is now pre-COVID. I mean, but now since COVID hit, it really went nuts.
Yeah. But yeah, so going back to what I was saying before.
Mhm.
So with the I've been around, like I said, I think I went to the track the first time I went to the racetrack. I think I might have been one or two. And I went because my dad actually had a 69 442 when I was growing up. Yeah. So, and I always tease him, and he'd probably be mad at me for saying it, but I always tease him. I'm like, you screwed up. The car it had the typical GMA body rust up over the rear end there in the frame.
Yep, that's
And
common on those.
Oh yeah. And it was either fix the car or feed us kids. And I'm like, you screwed up. You should have fixed the car.
Yeah, look at those. Look at what those things are now. But I mean, that's the thing. I've been there with my kids, man. I've had a third gen Camaro that I had that we were going to build. Things happen. Guess what? I can always get another car. I can't replace my family or my home. That shit goes bye first. So, but I've had three or four projects where I'm glad I just didn't get deep into them. But I've made that sacrifice and choice. Yeah, I get bitched at by the family about it, but you know what? I look at them like, here, I do this because this is what I'm supposed to do, and I love you guys, and I'm not going to let you go without. Cars are replaceable, so.
Yeah. Well, and that was the thing. My mom, after he got rid of that car, my mom made a promise to him that, she said, when we're older and we can afford it again, she said, I'm getting you another car. And sure as shit, I was probably, I want to say 19, 20, somewhere right in there when he got it. He's had that car for quite a while.
Nice. Awesome.
Got that, went and brought that home. It had a little 350 Olds and a turbo 350 automatic in it, and like a ridiculous like 256 rear gear in it. But that car is solid. it had some rust on in the typical spots, bottoms of the front fenders, behind the wheel arch, a little bit of rust there. But that was one of the things we did. We did all the paint work on it, but and that was my way of paying him back. I built I found it was 2020, right, literally in March, right before everything shut down for COVID. We dropped his block and stuff off at the machine shop to get done. And then it was over a year before we got everything back for me to put it together. But, that was kind of my way of thanking him for doing what he did for us boys. And that's like you said, though, that's, and I've got a daughter, and I mean, that's just what you do for your kids, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, some of us I'll be straight. Some of us that have morals would do that for our kids. There's some out there that it's a shame. We'll just put it out there. It's a shame, but yes, there's still guys like us out there that at a drop of a dime, our family comes before anything else. I'll go without before my family goes without. So,
yeah.
You know what, Zach? Got 5 of them. Carter's no longer the big money man. You are, since you got 5 Fox bodies, dude. That's where the money's at. I'm gonna give you and Katie shit, especially you, Zach. You're the big baller. Then we got Luke, that's from over on Johnny's channel. Said he's built a lot of Fox body K members and control arms and spindles, and he's also did a lot of 3rd gen stuff. Hell yeah, Luke, man, that's cool as shit, dude. Then we got Dirty Kerr. Yep. Yeah, I remember you talking about that when you come in to see me when I was working at O'Reilly's, man. That is harder than hell to keep that old up and going because it's so damn hard to find stuff for it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I get it, Zach. We're all broke with our projects, trust me. That's why the Jeep ain't done yet, because gotta have a little more money to get some extra stuff for the rough truck this year. So,
well, his joke, that's house poor and car poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take it though. I'd rather be house and car poor, and my family still have a roof over my head than being out on the street. So,
heck yeah.
So I got one of the questions I got. Have you ever, I know with everybody, with Corey and all them, have you ever thought of dabbling in that drag and drive stuff?
That was actually the plan for this year, was to do Buckeye skips.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that there's any spots left at this point. I don't.
Last I seen, hang on. Mark, give me 1 second, and I will find out for you.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so I don't have the car quite ready. The old trying to save some money. My dumbass, I decided I'd build my own, take a stock oil pan, cut it up, and make it fit the Fox body instead of spending $400 or $500 on an oil pan for a 351 and a Fox. Well, even with bolting it down to a welding table and stuff, nice flat surface when I did all my welding. When I bolted it to the engine, it still had tweaked a little bit. And here's me, I'm deciding I'm going to go and make it all pretty. So I decided to grind the welds down, make it look like it's all one piece. Got a little thin, and when I bolted it down, it cracked. So,
oh, damn.
I know, so mad. So I ended up spending money on a aftermarket pan anyways. So now I got to I'm not pulling the engine back out, so I'm just going to drop the K member down because it's only 8 bolts.
Yeah.
And like a bolt across the steering shaft. So I'm just going to drop the rack down and change the pan that way. But so I don't know if I'll have enough break-in miles on it, because I've actually put maybe a quarter mile on it, just driving it around my neighborhood last year when I got the engine in. And then I just, fired it up in the garage to keep the oil flowing and stuff. So, but that was the plan, was to get my car and his car and go do Buckeye skips, since that's, local in a sense.
Yeah, I ended up messaging him and stuff. If he's awake and stuff, if he don't get back to me tonight, I'll definitely let you know. last time. Oh, hang on. Hey, you're in luck. Buckeye just messaged me, said there is still spots left.
Okay.
So
all right.
hit
I
up.
might have to.
Yeah, get with him on the Facebook page on the Buckeye Skips and stuff, and message them and stuff. He'll get you hooked up and everything else. So,
Heck yeah.
yeah, he just answered me back, so that's why I said, give me a second. Let me. 18 spots left, bud.
18. Okay.
18
Good to know.
spots.
Nice.
If I can get enough, the weather breaks soon enough, and I can get that thing out, get enough miles on to break the new clutch in and everything, I might still give it a shot because that's perfect during the week for me. So
I just got the message on Messenger. He's got 18 spots left. Some people backed out again, man. Yeah, there. I remember last Tuesday he did say on Corey's Shop Talk there was 12. I just got the message. Six people ended up dropping out, I guess, or something happened. And Katie, I'm just giving Zach shit. You're good. Don't beat me up. Don't beat me up now. I know you guys have been busting ass on getting your stuff ready for this year and everything else. I gotta give Zach shit, so but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I may not have nothing in it, but just the point of Corey still wanting me to, do the chase trailer or whatever, and like we were talking on the Shop Talk. I'm looking forward to it because I miss the drag racing side, but the more and more, like most of the guys, this drag and drive stuff, I mean, you really get to find out, especially when you build it yourself, find out if it holds up to everything.
Yeah. Well, I did, I think it was 2023, the last NMRA event they did out at Norwalk.
God, I miss that organization.
I know. That was.
I miss them.
I had the craziest, before that was going on, I had the craziest feeling like I kept seeing ads for it. And it, one of those, like, I'm weird like that. I'll see like something and I'll be like, man, that's a sign. I gotta,
Oh yeah.
And I kept seeing the ads for it, and it was like 25th anniversary, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I told my dad, I said, hey, do you want to go and do this? I'm like, so I did True Street. Mm-hmm. So I was on my 17-inch street tires. Car had the 306 with the single 70 millimeter turbo and T5 355 gears. I think it was like 85, 90 degrees out. and went like 12.3 at 119 out at Norwalk.
And that's pretty good in the heat, especially at Norwalk.
Yeah.
That track gets hot in the summertime, and especially in mid-afternoon.
Yeah, and that was when we got to make our 3 back-to-back passes for that after our cruise. And I tell you what, man, that track, they had that track on point. That thing, I think I went my 60 foots with that T5 because it's a little T5 in it.
Mm-hmm.
They are terrible. Like, I think the best I did was like a 192.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know that thing's gonna blow. At some point, it's
right. It's like, oh crap, we just got to make it until the end. Let's just go.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a grenade there, so But yeah, it held together. It's behind the new engine. It's behind that 408 I built and put in. So we'll see what happens. Eventually, I'd like to upgrade that to like a TKX or something to be able to,
Oh, a T56 would be sick behind that too. Those things, a Tremec T56, man, that'd be that. But just the base model of those things, you're minimum of $3,000 for just a base model. That's not even including the clutch and throw out package. That's just the transmission itself. It's like,
when I was building a 408, I looked at getting a TKX. I think the last time I checked Summit, and this is last year or maybe the year before, honestly, they were $2,800 just for the trans, and then I'd have to change clutch.
Okay.
I'd have to get a different bell housing, and there was something. I think I had to put a different yoke on the drive shaft. So
What's up, Xanthius? About time you got your phone fixed, asshole. Normally you're fat finger in every comment you make. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, Xanthius. Hell
But
yeah.
and that's I like my stick shifts and everything else. I love them. The bad part is my arthritis in my left knee hates me after driving one for a while. Oh,
yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
What's this Snacky Poo's got in here? The 86 on a T5 was doing 159 60 foot on a stock cam. I wound it up a lot though.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty damn good on
Yeah.
the stock cam and shit, especially.
Oh,
that
heck
yeah.
T5.
I had an 85 GT when I was 17, 18 years old. And I took the AOD out of it, put a T5 in it. And that's,
Right.
I think I was launching somewhere up around 5,200, 5,200. And yeah, I wasn't anywhere near that. I think it was like 1.8, 1.7, 60 foots. But again, I was breaking shift forks left, right, and sideways.
I give the guys credit in that United Manual Transmission Association. That's one thing I miss
Hell yeah.
about having pacemakers not open, because every year they brought in part of the north versus south of that. I loved watching those guys banging gears. Then
yeah.
of course, you had those sneaky fuckers that they let them get away with running those Linkos in there. I mean, I get it; it's cool, but I like seeing it 3 pedals in the car and guys grabbing and popping wheelies all the way down the track every time they were banging gears, man.
Oh heck yeah! Oh nice, 289 hits.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
Those are those are getting scarce to find anymore or anything else. Even aftermarket for 289s is getting. It seems like it's getting hard to get stuff like that anymore too, without paying an arm and a leg.
Yeah, right.
But speaking of the T5 stuff with wheelies and whatnot, the two of the people that really got me into it when I was younger, well, one when I was younger, and now that I've kind of building a friendship with. So the first one was Tony, I think what was it called, Gray Mare, the AD boys.
Yep.
And
him and Miss Night Magnet Tessa. I watched them all the fucking time, dude.
Oh my god,
those guys are amazing couple, great people.
Yeah,
you wouldn't think they were Californians the way they are. They seem like they need to stay here in Ohio instead of going back to California. Bring everything here.
yeah, just stick around here. And I know with knowing like Bill and stuff, I know they've always got a safe spot, if you want to call it that, here at home. But yeah, I remember watching his Gray Mare on the street, lifting the wheels and seeing that was a stick. And then the other guy that it's probably been 8 or 10 years I've been watching his channel is 50 Tussin, Rodney. Yep.
I just discovered his channel about a month ago.
Oh man, that guy.
Dude.
And I was texting him a couple months ago. I text every now and then with him, you know, and LTD, he has the fail TD, he calls it.
Oh yeah.
He's mid or so, like 650s, 660s, I think, with that car in the 8th, with a T5, and that T5 has nothing in it but I think that one might have billet shift forks in it, because he's the one that turned me on to the billet shift forks.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the countershaft bearing support for the back, when you take the back of the case off, put the billet steel countershaft support, and that huge difference in the in the durability of those transmissions when you put that billet support on, because that little stamp steel support just terrible.
Oh yeah, they said Tony's video back in the day of running the Skyline and getting the. Oh yeah, I remember that video where he.
I don't remember that one.
Oh dude, I remember that. Yeah, that was the shit. I was
I'm gonna have
back
to
in
look for that.
that was back in the day when the Gray Mare was really, really making a name for him. When Tony's making a name for himself with that car.
Hell yeah.
Which have you seen the episode the video of him with his dad in his dad's Cutlass?
Mm-hmm.
They take it out for a ride and do it. I forget. It's like, it might even be an hour. It's at least 20, 30 minutes. And they're out. He's just cruising around, just chatting with his dad. That's just
that
freaking awesome.
his dad's old is fucking gorgeous as hell.
Yeah.
Because there for the longest time, there for a while, when Tess was when she started her channel, she did a couple teases with the olds. But no, if you didn't know, a lot of new people to the channel didn't realize that it was Tony's dad. They always thought it was Tony's car.
Oh, okay.
So, and then they did that really. Yeah, that was just last year that they did. I think they did that. Tony did that cruising and stuff with his dad and the olds. They just did a father son, went out and just enjoyed themselves. But yeah, that was one of those moments. It's like, cherish it when you get a chance to. Unfortunately, I didn't have a father figure that was in the cars like I was. I thank God for uncles and some of my buddies,
For real.
dads and stuff that were more like dads to me that got me into this stuff. We did a lot of that when we were younger with them, but yeah, to see him actually do that shit with his father was cool as hell.
Yeah, that's badass. And that's the thing, man. Like, that's what I grew up around between, my dad. He kind of, and he always says this, he showed me, he goes, I showed you the basic stuff and whatnot, and kind of, gave you the high level, little bit more high level stuff. He goes, and you took what I showed you and just expanded on it. And, between him, my uncle's always been into cars. He's got a 69 SS 396 Chevelle. I call them my cousins. They're my second cousins, technically.
Right.
The one has a speed shop over in PA, and the other one, he's always had just some really wicked cars. Like, I was 18, 19, and he had a 68 GT 500 KR that he let me drive. I mean, that car, it wasn't like crazy fast or anything. I mean, it was, fast for its time, but comparatively speaking, but just the aura around that car, and just, but.
Oh yeah, Zach, that is awesome, man. That you get to do that stuff and everything, man. That is cool.
And that's every chance you have.
That's what I try to do with
my grandpa.
That's what I try to do with my kids, because the older two they're gearheads. My youngest dabbles every now and then, but she's my softball kind of girly girl, but she ain't afraid to throw hands or anything like that. She'll dabble in it, but my oldest two are my gearheads more than anything. They're usually right there beside me, so it's gonna be kind of nice to pass that down. And anytime we're doing stuff, that's like this year with the rough truck stuff. I'm gonna drive a few races, and then I'm gonna probably be my last year doing it, and I'm gonna hand the reins over to them and teach them more, and be their pit crew for them in the future.
Heck yeah, man. Well, that's it's funny because I have my daughter's got autism and a couple other developmental delays and stuff. So it's crazy because she loves to go fast, and she loves the feeling of acceleration. And I'll answer that just a second.
Nope, you're good.
Yep. But my car's too loud for her. Even with earphones on and stuff, my car's too loud.
Okay.
But she likes my truck because I've got a F-150 with a Coyote in it, and it's not crazy fast, but it's for for a big full size truck, it's
Those
good.
coyotes and those trucks are nice. My cousin's got one, and I'll tell you what,
Oh yeah,
they got some pep in them. That's for sure.
Yeah,
yeah
I
they
mean
do.
mine's bone stock. It went 14.6 at 95, almost 96.
Nice.
So, but yeah, that's
That's
you know,
awesome, though,
just
man. That's that's the thing is to see that, especially with the autism and stuff. I know we've got a few friends that's got a couple autistic kids that there's certain things they're drawn to, and
oh yeah,
one of our friends is like your daughter, loves the motorsports side. Their son's a big, huge truck and tractor pulling fan, and it's
okay,
like the only downfall is the same situation
yeah,
with the headphones. They got a they double earplug them and put the headphones on, and every now and then with the modified class, it's one of those deals that they have to go walk away because it's too much. But to see the
yeah,
smile on his face
oh
when
yeah,
when they're with us and we're walking around and everything else, it's like, dude, this is sweet. It scared me the first time being around him
yeah,
because he had an episode, and I'm like, and they're trying to apologize and stuff, and I'm like, we didn't know what was going on,
yeah,
and he's like 13 now, but this was like 6 or 7 years ago when we found out about it and stuff, because
okay,
they didn't know, they just thought it was some, some other medical issues, and then they found out he's autistic because he
yeah,
kept grabbing his head, rubbing his ears, he was having that ordeal, and they just figured it was something doing with his eardrums or whatever, and they found out, and then yeah, but yeah, he loves the truck and tractor pulls. I mean, they try to take him to all the local ones when they can. We always meet up at Mount Vernon. I try to catch him at least one of the 2 nights of the pulls and hang out with him for a little while. But yeah, to see the smile
heck yeah.
on their son's face for that stuff's amazing.
Oh yeah, that's I have a video of my daughter. This is with I used to have a what was it, Nissan Frontier, and it wasn't fast at all. And that was she. Anytime you'd like pull out from a light quick or anything, that little bit of acceleration, just loved it. And she would just cackle, just be cracking herself up in the back seat.
Give it time. Give it time. She'll end up taking the seat over.
Oh yeah, she'll come around.
She'll be like, "Sorry, Dad, this is my car. Get out of here. You can ride passenger now. Bye."
Right. That's what I'm afraid of, though. That's the thing.
It's all right. That it'll be when it comes around. That day comes, man. I can see your face now, ear to ear, and tears in your eyes because of that, man. It'll be sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. So my cousin, his shop is over in Greensburg, PA. Racer's House of Toys is what it's called. So, but yeah, I don't remember the rod heavers sounds familiar. The name sounds familiar, but yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how small world it is, especially when I got on the shop talk one night with Corey and having Corey and them all up on here, that how everything, we all mesh. I mean, it's just amazing because we have the love and passion for everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we're such a tight knit group in the car world. I'm fortunate. I've got it on both sides. I've got it the car world, and I got it in the rough truck side. That I've got a good community that me and my family are part of. That it's so awesome to have that every time we go to something.
Oh yeah.
So
heck yeah.
Unless it's a streetcar takeover, then it's a joke. That shit's ruining our car hobby, man. I'm sorry. I mean,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's that's a mess. That's a mess.
And that's like one time when me and Zach were talking, when I had Zach up on the show, the old cruising days and stuff. I mean, people, it was Mount Vernon and stuff, and Park Avenue up there in Mansfield. Man, they didn't have a problem until the idiots started showing up, and then it ruined it for the rest of us.
Yeah,
So
what we over by Pittsburgh, we had a place. There was a Chili's.
okay,
Trying to think, it was Monroeville. I think it was the area. There was a Chili's, and they would put on. Forget what day of the week was, but they had a weekly car cruise, and they would take. There was the main highway, and then off of the main highway was a 4-lane side street that made like a big C shape, and it had a few restaurants. There was like a Chili's and Olive Gardens, McDonald's, like just a bunch of restaurants and stores. The curb lane of each side of the road was parked with cars. All of the parking lots all the way down were parked, and people would just drive and just make it was probably about a half-mile loop if you went around the block. And
nice.
It was great, and everybody would always have a good time. And nobody was doing anything crazy. As people come by, somebody might, give a quick throttle blip and spin the tires a little bit. But nobody was doing crazy burnouts or doing anything nuts. And then, one of the businesses somewhere complained about it enough that they shut the whole thing down. It was like, nobody was doing anything wrong.
Well, that's like, and that's the bad part of it is that's like the Park Avenue situation, having a bike week up at Mid Ohio Racetrack and stuff. Idiots on there. It was going good until they had a couple incidences. People running the red light. One guy, the weekend I actually went up there, ran a red light, went underneath a semi. Found out his blood. Blood alcohol. They put in the paper. I was reading in the paper about it. His blood alcohol level was almost like 2.5%.
Holy crap!
He was part of the bike week. They kind of chilled us out on the. We used to go up there and be able to street race, and the cops would sit there until 3:00 in the morning before shift change 4:00 Friday and Saturday nights. It got to the point they started coming into the parking lots with us, and hey guys, don't be chirping your tires, don't race unless we're not around, because now we got to cite you guys for this because of this incident that happened, such and such time ago. This is like a month after it happened. And now it's got to the point you go up there, you get caught one lap one lap on Park Ave now, it's a $250 fine.
That's ridiculous. Right off the
rip. No warnings, nothing. So there's people that still go cruising and stuff. That and if you get caught, you barely chirp your tires, even on how every now and then it's wet and the white paint on the road. You chirp them. $150 racing fine.
Oh,
yeah, that's how bad shit got ruined up there on Park Avenue.
Yeah,
and then here in Mount Vernon, they did away with the cruising because the younger generation didn't respect the fire department or anything else, and wouldn't keep the lanes open for them to get up and down through. So they put a fucking stop to that shit too.
That's a shame, man. And it always ends up being just a small group that ruins it for everybody.
Yeah. Well, that's like these idiots going to these little car meets and stuff. It's street racing. And you see videos of people doing donuts in a parking lot, and they call it street racing. That ain't street racing. That's just idiots. So, but yeah, it's just sad in areas, man, the car culture's, unless you go to car shows or certain cruise-ins, I mean, it's kind of hard to do that stuff. And now to kind of bring that memory back to the drag and drive events, as much as I hate to say it. I mean, that's where it's at now.
Well, I did probably want, with the drag and drive thing, just along that kind of concept.
Mm-hmm.
So probably one of the best things I've ever done was the advice of Derek from Vice Grip Garage.
Mm-hmm.
Turn on avoid highways and stuff on your maps. Yep. And just I go to work on the highway, and then I come home the back way
Okay.
just to avoid all the traffic and just see all the, and I'll do it like 8 different ways.
Oh, yeah.
There's, and that's just,
and that it's a peace of mind when you kind of get to see that back road scenery. That's like last year when Zach, if you're still here, you can vouch for this because you and Katie went on it with Corey last year. Their Hocking Hills trip. They did all the back ways down in the Hocking Hills and the pictures and stuff they got. Yeah, you seen a little bit of highway, but majority of that stuff was all back country roads that they cruised on. That was cool as hell to see something like that. I mean, and I know Corey wants to put more stuff together. And speaking of Corey, if you got your ears on, I know you're not in the box. Get yourself better, dude. I seen your post today on Facebook, dude. Take care of yourself. We can't be having you where you're in the hospital anymore, man. So
you will.
So
heck yeah, man. That's how you see the cars and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly. That's how you find.
Oh yeah, the back roads, everything.
It's just, you're driving by, you drive past little towns and stuff that you'd never realize were even there sometimes.
Yep. What's cool about that too, Mark? Those back little towns and stuff. Sometimes you'll get lucky in the summertime or early fall. You'll see those muscle cars sitting in the driveway that you wouldn't think would be in these small towns, or the truck's done up or something like that. I mean, there's always something. One or two of the 3 houses, you see it sitting in the driveway on a nice sunny day. It's like, wow, this is actually in this small town. I've never been here, but this is cool. There's car culture in this town.
Heck yeah.
I used to live in and around towns like that.
Yep. Yeah. Well, there's even one of the ones taking my daughter to one of her therapy appointments, driving one of the back roads to avoid. There's a weird intersection going to her appointment, so to avoid that, I take a little side road. And when you come out to the main road from that side road, there's a guy with a 70 SS Chevelle sitting in his driveway, and he's got to be in his 70s. He's got that, and he's got a I want to say maybe like a 56 or so, like a C10 that he's got that I've been seeing. But it's cool because like you said, you never think. And even in my own neighborhood, we moved in here, and I've made more friends with neighbors in our neighborhood because of car stuff.
Yep.
Whether it was just because they needed help with something or because they were interested in the car stuff. Even neighbors' kids. One of my neighbor's son, he's into cars, and I just saw him a few days ago, and he come over, and he's on the import side of things, but I'll forgive him for that. No.
Yeah, like I said, it's still, we'll give him, unless he's got a Skyline, any of the older Skylines or one of the newer Toyota Supras. We'll let you slide, but when you have something like those, you're cool with me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But that's awesome, dude, that you got that. And I mean, and since you brought up about going to Norwalk and everything, that drive up 13 going to Norwalk, dude, how many old cars or race car trailers and shit you see on that stretch of that road. It's unbelievable. It's like, wow, there's this many things, and then you'll have a gap that it's all these little houses that don't have them, but then you're right back into seeing the enclosed car trailers or the dirt track car or the drag car sitting out in the driveway and stuff. But yeah, it's neat going up 13 to Norwalk whenever I go up that way, and because I always like taking that way and just seeing that stuff up there. So I mean it's neat.
Heck yeah. Well, it's kind of funny that makes me what you said about the single car trailers and stuff. I bought my F-150 a couple years ago, and there were some parts that came with it. The previous owner had modified it and stuff, and there were some factory parts that came with it in the box of the box from the new parts, and it had kind of a little stalkerish, but it had his address on it and stuff. So I just looked up his address for shits and giggles, and on the street view on Google Maps, there's a 3-axle car trailer sitting in sitting in his driveway, and I'm like, well, that makes sense why what was done to my truck, suspension wise, was done to it, because he's a car guy.
Yeah, yeah, Zach, that's the same thing I think every time I see an enclosed trailer. If it don't have like the business ladder racks or something, and you see a name on the side, it's like, what car's in there? What truck's in there? What, is it a drag car? Is it a dirt track car, pulling truck? I mean, whatever. But normally up that way, it's what kind of drag car is sitting in those trailers? What's in there?
That's my dad and I. We'd be driving on, taking a trip somewhere, or just driving around, just going to the store, and that same thing. We'd see a car trailer or something going down the road, like, what's in that? Or it would have like checker flag striping or something on it. Be like, it's got to be something in there.
Yeah, there's been a few times I've caught guys here at my local gas station. They've come in with a little enclosed car trailer, and it's like a Saturday or whatever. One guy, I just happened to, curiosity, because normally this is when pacemakers was still open. Be like, what kind of car's in there? And he goes, buddy, I hate to burst your bubble. He goes, I'm a car guy, but this is my work trailer. My car trailer's at the house with my bag in, and I had to work today. I didn't get to go racing. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. He goes, no need to be sorry. You're not the only person that asked me this, especially when I'm out on the weekend. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. A lot of guys are using, for their businesses. And it was unmarked, and he was coming from pacemakers when I ran into him in the gas station. That's why he goes, yeah. He's like, nah, man, my car's still sitting at the house. It's got the motor still at the shop and everything else. He goes, I had to work today. I didn't even get to go sit and watch the race. I'm like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, those back road adventures can be fun, and definitely what you've seen in the videos from Corey and them down in Hocking Hills. Could you only imagine what else is on some of those back farm country roads sitting out there? The old cars in the fields and shit, probably.
That's where those barn find type things come into play.
Oh yeah, that or I'm gonna fix it one day, and it's got fucking 5 trees growing through the middle of it. I always love hearing the stories or reading about them. Yeah, the guy says he's gonna fix it one day, and it's got a huge oak tree coming up through the engine bay, of like a Cuda or something, or a Mustang or Nova. It's been sitting there's like hardly anything left of it. Yeah, I'm gonna fix it one day, and I'm like, nice yard ornament. I mean, I get it, but still. But yeah, there's a lot of old stuff out there, man. That if I had the space for it and everything else, and was able to have pockets to fix stuff, dude, I'd be in paradise.
Hell yeah.
If I had an unlimited budget, the things I'd have, I mean, one of my bucket list cars has always been a Shelby Cobra 427 side alert car.
Oh,
honestly, as cool as the GT500s are, I'd prefer a GT350 just for the heritage side of it.
Oh yeah.
Right.
The even like, I'm not a big Dodge fan, Mopar fan necessarily, but like of the newer type stuff.
Right.
I like the old ones, but I'd even get into a Viper.
Those are sick. I've seen one of those up close at a car show once. Those are actually neat. My dream car is a 66 fastback with an 03 SVT Terminator drivetrain down in it. That is my dream build that I would love to do myself.
Hell yeah.
I mean, what got me that idea, I was working at Ford at the time. Year one did that 67 fastback, and they put the 32 valve Cobra motor in it with the 6-speed out of the 90. It was the SN95 Cobra motor. But then when we got the Terminators out, I'm like, dude, could you imagine old school 65, 66 Mustang with this supercharged motor
Hell
and six
yeah.
speed and have a 6 speed behind it, all set up
That'd be
to be able to
badass.
cruise around. The only thing I wouldn't pass would be a gas station.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's my dream, but I'll take anything basically depending on the model from 72
Yeah.
basically back to the
Oh
old
heck yeah.
days of
Oh yeah.
any brand. If somebody's come up to me and say, here's your 70 Nova Charger, whatever, anything like that, Cuda Challenger. Okay, thanks. I mean, I may not be able to get it done, especially on the Mopar side, but dude, I would not pass it up in a heartbeat. I love old school muscle cars,
Hell
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
it don't
the
matter the brand.
no. Like the my best friend, he and his dad have a really nice collection of cars. I actually met him uh, through Summit Racing when I worked out when I moved out here to work there, and
Okay.
we just you know we immediately connected. And that's he's like a brother to me, and we tell you what, man, there's a couple of cars that they have that I get goosebumps being around his cars.
Oh,
Just
really?
the history behind them, and that's playing back into the whole father son thing. His dad got him into the cars when he was growing up and stuff, and the one car that he has is actually was his dad's car, and was he got it when he was a kid. It was handed down to him, and he still has it. And that car, that one, I'm Italian, so I'm a talker. I
You're
make
good.
stories way longer than they're supposed to be, but that
Hell
car makes me speechless.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's like with Talon, which will be a guest next week. Him and his story that he was telling us that Friday night up here, which we'll hear more about next Monday. That's been in his family. That was his dad's car. I mean, that was cool to hear
Okay.
that story. He was talking. This was actually right after you had to run because you had to be at work at 3 in the
Yeah.
morning that day.
Yeah.
That was that Saturday. You had to be at work early. Yeah,
Okay.
he was telling us a little bit about it and stuff and kind of the family history. But we'll get it with him next. Like I said, he'll be up here next Monday, so we're gonna get a little more in depth with the history of that Nova. So
Oh heck yeah.
I guess it's been in the family for a while, so it'll be cool to hear the history of that ordeal.
Speaking of being, oh sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, get ready if you're ready, sir. We can wrap her up here.
I'll tell you one more little story, and then
Go right ahead, sir.
Cut her loose.
Yeah, we'll get her done, bud.
Speaking of the, like handing things down, that was when we were having my dad's car painted.
Mm-hmm.
Went up to check on the progress at the body shop, and the one guy said, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be your car someday." And I said, well, "I don't want this car." He just looked at me, and I told him, I said, "You realize what has to happen for me to get this car, right?" And then, just the look on his face, like, "Oh shit, I didn't think of it that way." And I'm like, "That's why I don't want this car, because I know what has to happen for me to get that." So my mom always teases me. She goes, "Oh yeah, when we built my dad's big block and stuff," she says, "Building yourself a car with our money, are you?"
Oh jeez. Make you feel small, bad enough as it is. Like, I don't want to work on this no more, Mom. Thanks.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Mark, I appreciate you coming up tonight, man, and everything else. And
Yeah.
And with Friday nights coming up here soon, if you got any free time, like I said, that's going to be my shop talk night.
Okay.
When it gets warmer, though, with Fridays and Saturdays, it'll probably slim down on Friday nights because I'm going to try to make it to trails and Norwalk to get some videos and stuff. Plus, fair season coming up. Be probably some rough truck races and everything, though. But for now, until race season really kicks off here in Ohio, man, I'm going to have my Speedway stories with my guests and stuff on it. And Friday nights we're gonna do the Wally's World of Motorsports with me, Johnny, and you, Talon, Corey, and anybody wants to come up and we'll just sit and shoot shit, anything like we kind of do here. Other than it's not an interview thing, just tell our stories about the cars, anything with
Yeah,
motors, and just hang out. So, once
yeah.
again, I appreciate you. Thank you for taking your time out with us and everything else. I'll go ahead and drop you down,
Great to
man.
hear with me,
You
Mark.
have a great evening, buddy.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks to everyone, and was part of it. And guys, have
All
a
right,
great
buddy.
night.
You too, man.
Good
All
night.
right.
Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Zach, Katie, everybody in the chatters box. You guys have a great week. We'll be back here Thursday night. Probably be cold-blooded conversations of the animal kingdom. We've got some. I got some other stuff to talk about and everything else. I'm sure Johnny's gonna have some stuff to share. Make sure you tune into the rest of the shows. The biolink.com down there at the bottom. We have shows right now, 7 days a week going on. Tomorrow night, Glick's got a returning guest on Glick's House of Music. If you guys are into, local bands, everything else, tune in on Tuesday nights. Also, shout out to Corey too. I double dip on Tuesday nights with the Corey Shop Talk, and of course my buddy Glick's on here on the network, Glick's House of Music. So I'm double fisting it Tuesday nights. Wednesday nights is Glick's Comedy Lounge. He's got guests. I guess I can't remember the name. Sorry, guys. But tune into that. Got stand-up comedian stuff. Hell yeah, Hoss. I'm glad to hear that, buddy. Good seeing you in the chatters box, man. I'm glad you got power finally. Yeah, that sucks. I thought 2 days was bad. I can't imagine 4. Like I said, Thursday nights, cold-blooded conversations. Unless I get a guest or something for us Thursday night, we are going to stay with cold-blooded conversations. Friday night is Wally's Motorsports World. That's me and Johnny and the guys talking shop. Anything, like I said, with motors or anything else, just hanging out, shooting the shit. Saturday is in the afternoon. We have Cash's Corner. Glick and Cash are talking all things wrestling. If things work out this Saturday, Cash and Glick will have a guest, Brandon Carver, if they got a hold of him, if he's not busy, will be a guest. He's an independent wrestler and a good buddy of mine that's going to come on the show and talk about his wrestling career. Then, of course, Saturday night is the nonsensical nonsense where we have the open door challenge. Everybody come up, hang out, 6 hours of anarchy, good times, hanging out, just shooting the shit and everything else. Sunday, Unnecessary Roughness with Glick and Rick. And Sunday night is Behind the Veil. It's another new show here on the network. It is Glick and his girlfriend Kayla. And they're talking all things paranormal and spooky stuff. It's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat show. There's a lot of history that they detail on the paranormal stuff. And then we're back here to start it off Monday night again. Speedway Stories. I got Talon coming on the show. Good old Florida boy. He was up here my very first Friday night session me and Johnny had for Wally's Motorsports World. We're going to get a little more in depth with him about the car scene and, like I said, the history behind that Nova that he's got. I'm looking forward to it. And hear his story and how his night went over the weekend at the North versus South race down there, one of the outlaw tracks in Florida, that they had a petition out that's trying to save it. It's one of the local small tracks in Florida they're trying to save. They had a big race. Shout out to Billy Hoskins, representing Ohio. Won that whole event in small tire with his Nova. So we'll give him a shout out on Street Racing Channel. But other than that, you guys have a great rest of your week. We will see you back here, me and Johnny will, Thursday night for Cold-Blooded Conversations. But just please make sure to check out all the other shows on here. Give us a like, give us a share, subscribe if you would, please. You guys have a great evening. Johnny, I'll catch you over on your channel if you decide to go up here later. You guys have a great night. Have a great week. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.
I love y'all.